Dear viewers, welcome to the course Data Structures Using C. This is Module 3. The first question is, dash is an example of non-primitive data structures. Choices are int, char, float, and stack. As you know that the data structure is mainly divided into two, primitive and non-primitive data structures. Primitive data structures are those data structures which comes along with the programming language, and non-primitive data structures are data structures which are created using a primitive data structures. You can also say that primitive data structures are built-in data structures and non-primitive data structures are user-defined data structures. With that, the answer for this is stack. This question is stack because int, character, float all are primitive data structures. Stack is a non-primitive data structures. We have given an explanation why stack is a non-primitive data structure. The next question is, in stack, deletion operation is done from dash of the stack. The elements of the stacks are deleted and elements of the stacks are inserted from only one end, that is top of the stack. The answer for this question is top. Explanation is given here. Next question is the postfix form of the expression. Expression is the combination of operator and operands. There are three types of expressions that you have studied in this course: prefix, infix, and postfix expression. Here they have given infix expression. You need to calculate the postfix form of this. So to do so, you have to calculate you should know the precedence of the operator. So here the different operators in these expressions are plus, star, minus, and divided by. So in this, the expression which is present in the innermost parenthesis is going to be executed first. So here C star D will be get executed first. Then after that, the result of this will be executed with this. Then it will be A plus B. Then after that, this star, then this star, then divided by G. So therefore, the final answer is AB plus CD star E minus star F star G divided by. So explanations are given here. Dash is a list with each data items containing pointer to the location of the next data item in the list. So here, the data structures which contains two things in it, that is, one is data field, another is a link field. So that you have to identify with respect to this question. The answer for this is linked list. Node of a linked list contains two fields. One is to store the data, another one is to store the address of the next node in the list. The result of evaluating a postfix expression here is 546 plus star 493 divided by plus star is, in this case you have to make use of a concept of a stack. If you wanted to evaluate a postfix expression, so you have to scan the given postfix expression from left to right. So here 5 will be pushed into the stack, then 4, then 6. So as long as the scanner symbol is an operand, you place them into a stack. When you get an operator, you have to pop two elements from the stack and then perform the operation, then push the result back into the stack. With that scenario, the answer for this question is 350. The explanations are given here why it is 350. Then which data structure is used for implementing postfix expression? As I already mentioned in the previous slide, that you have to scan the postfix expression from left to right, and as long as the scanner symbol is an operand, you place them into a stack. And if the scanner symbol is an operator, then you pop two elements from the stack and perform the operation with respect to that operator, then push the result back into the stack. So answer for this question is stack. Then in which traversal of binary tree root node is visited first? So traversing means visiting each and every node exactly once is called as traversing. So to traverse the given binary tree, there are three traversal techniques: pre-order, in-order, and post-order. So in this question they are asking which traversal technique, in which traversal techniques the root node is visited first. So procedure of the pre-order traversal is you have to visit the root node first, then traverse the left subtree, then traverse the right subtree. in case of inner order, first you traverse the left subtree, then you visit the root node, then you traverse the right subtree recursively. In the post order, first you have to finish traversing left and right subtree, finally you have to visit the root node. So with that concept, the traversal of a binary tree, root node is visited first is preorder. Preorder. In case of preorder, you visit the root node first. Then the operation of processing each element in the list is known as traversing. The operation of processing each and element in the list is known as traversing, because if you wanted to access the element, or if you wanted to perform any operation on the element of the list, you have to start from the first node and keep searching the element which you want to uh, perform an operation on it. So that's called as traversing. Traversing. Answer for this question is traversing. The operation of processing each element in the list known as traversal. It refers to the process of visiting each and every node in the list exactly once. A data structure in which elements can be inserted or deleted at or from both ends, but not in the middle, is DQ, that is double-ended queue. As the name itself indicates that you can perform the insertion and deletion from either end of the queue. Answer for this question is DQ. So in case of a DQ, we can insert or delete an element from both ends. In queue, we will follow first in first out principle of insertion and deletion of an element. That means with respect to a simple queue, element can be inserted from rear end and elements can be deleted only from the front end of the queue. But in case of a DQ, as the name itself indicates that it's a double-ended queue, you can perform insertion and deletion at either end of the queue. The data structures which follow deletion at both end of the list but insertion at only one end is called as input restricted queue. So this is a double-ended queue will be divided into two, that is input restricted queue. There are two types of a double-ended queue, input restricted queue and output restricted queue. So here the data structures which allows deletion at both end of the list but insertion is at only one end is called as input restricted queue. So in case of output restricted queue, you can perform the insertion at both end of the queue, but deletion is performed at only one end. That's called as output restricted queue. Each end of the doubly linked list has how many number of fields? So as the name itself indicates that in case of a double-ended doubly linked list, there will be double links. That is, there will be two links, left link field and right link field, and one field is reserved to insert an element into the list. So therefore, there will be three fields in case of doubly linked list. Why three fields? Two fields is to hold the link. That is, left link field holds the address of a previous node and right link field holds the address of a next node, and data field holds the actual data to be stored into the data structures required for breadth first traversal on a graph is queue. The answer is queue. The graphs can be traversed by using two techniques. One is DFS and another is a BFS. With respect to DFS, you're going to make use of a stack. With respect to BFS, you're going to make use of the concept of queue. So why queue is used? Because in case of a breadth first traversal, so starting with the first vertex, and then we'll visit all the unvisited adjacent vertices. All these unvisited adjacent vertices are going to be placed into the queue. So queue is a data structure that is used with respect to BFS. The binary tree traversed in post order is, as I already mentioned in the previous slide, that post order means start with the root node. You have to keep visiting all the left subtree first, then you finish right subtree, then finally visit the root node. So the answer for this question is uh, B, because first you finish left subtree, then you finish traversing right subtree, then finally visit the root node. So left, right, and root. Then dash node in a tree is the first node in hierarchical arrangement of the node. In case of a tree, hierarchical relationship exists between the elements. So therefore, the concept of a tree, the root node comes first. The answer for this is root first, then leaf node. In case of a real world tree, first leaf, then root. A normal queue, if implemented using an array of size maximum size, gets a full when you know in case of a normal queue or a simple queue, the elements are performed from the rear end of the queue, and a deletion can be performed from the front end of the queue. So therefore, insertion means you have to concentrate only on the rear. So deletion means you have to concentrate only on the front. So with that case, whenever the rear reaches maximum queue size minus 1, then you can say that the queue becomes full, that is queue overflow. So with that, the answer is rear is equal to maximum size minus 1. If A is equal to 3, B is equal to 4 and C is equal to 5, then the value of A, B, C star plus is, this is the evaluation of a postfix expression. You have to substitute 3 in place of A, 4 in place of B, 5 in place of C, then star and plus. So as I already mentioned that you have to scan the postfix expression from left to right, and if the scanner symbol is an operand, then place that into the stack. So here A is an operand, that is 3 will be pushed, then 4, then 5. So then after that you will get an operator star. Whenever you get an operator star, you have to pop two elements. That is here we have popped in the, sorry, we have pushed in the order 3, 4, 5. So therefore 5 on the top of the stack. So 5 and 4 will be pushed. Sorry, 5 and 4 will be popped. Then you will perform an operation 5 into 4 20, then 20 will be pushed back into the stack, then it is 3 and 20, then you will scan a plus, so 3 and 20 will becomes 23. Answer for this is 23. This is the evaluation of postfix expression. So which of the following is not the type of a queue? So ordinary queue, circular queue, single-ended queue and priority queue. So actually there is no concept called as a single-ended queue. So therefore answer for this question is B. Actually it is simple queue or ordinary queue or normal queue, circular queue, priority queue and double-ended queue. So single-ended queue is not there in the data structure concept. Therefore answer is B. So linked list is considered as an example of, linked list is considered an example of that type of memory allocation. You know, in case of a linked list, the elements are going to be created as and when you need. So therefore this is a dynamic type of a memory allocation, dynamic type of a memory allocation. Memory is allocated at runtime. In linked list, nodes are created as and when you need an element. So trying to push an element into stack that is full leads to stack overflow. Stack overflow. You know, stack is already full, and again you are trying to insert an element into the stack. That concept is called as stack overflow. Stack overflow. Which of the following is an infix expression? You know, expression is nothing but combination of operator and operands. So there are three types of an expressions. One is prefix, infix and postfix. So if the operator comes before the operand, that is called as prefix. If the operators present between the operands, then that is infix. Operator comes after the operands, that is called as postfix. So answer for this question is A. In answer A, all the operators are present between the operands. So therefore answer is A. Which of the following is not a disadvantage of an array? You know, in case of an array, the size of the array is fixed. This is not a advantage. Again, this is a disadvantage. There are chances of wastage of memory since the size of the array is fixed. So therefore, there is a possibility of wasting a memory at the time of execution. So insertion based on the position is also a disadvantage. Then only thing is that accessing an element at a specified position is an advantage of an array. Therefore, answer for this question is D. Then process of inserting an element into the stack is called as push. So inserting an element from the top end of the stack is called as push. So deletion is called as pop. Next question is if the elements A, B, C and D are placed in a queue and are deleted one at a time, in what order will they are removed? As for the definition of a queue, the elements are inserted from rear end and elements are deleted from front end of the queue. That is, the element which is inserted first into the queue will be deleted first from the queue. With that, first element is inserted is A, that will be deleted. Then next is inserted B, that will be deleted. Then C, then D. So therefore, the answer for this question is A, B, C, D. The element which is inserted first into the queue will be deleted first from the queue, first in, first out data structure. Queue is a first in, first out data structure. With that, it is A, B, C, D. Answer is A, B, C, D. Each node in a singly linked list has dash field. Singly linked list means only one field. Doubly linked list means two fields. And one more field is to reserve the data. So therefore, each node in a single linked list consists of two fields in it. Consists of two.
So 25th question, the data structure which permits traversing in both the direction is option is single linked list, second one is double linked list, and third one is queue, fourth one is circular list. So out of these four options, the correct answer is double linked list. So double linked list is a linked data structure that consists of set of sequential linked records called nodes. Each node contains three fields. Two fields are link fields to contain the address of the previous node as well as the next node, and one is a data field consisting of the information or a data. We'll go to the next question. 26th question. Non-primitive data structures are those which defines set of, one is stack elements, second one is vectors, and third one is derived elements, and fourth one is a non-derived elements. So out of these four options, the correct answer is derived elements. So non-primitive data structures are derived from the primitive data structures. The non-primitive data structure emphasize on structuring of a group of homogeneous or heterogeneous data items. In linked list implementation of a queue, where does new elements be inserted? In linked list implementation of a queue, where does new elements be inserted? Options are at the head of the linked list, at the tail of the linked list, at the center position in the linked list, and none of the above. So out of 4, the correct answer is at the tail of the linked list, that is B. In a queue data structures, we maintain two pointers, one is front and rear. So front is to delete the element and rear to insert an element. The front points the first item of a queue and rear points to the last item. So next question, if the maximum size is the size of the array used in the implementation of circular queue, how is rear manipulate while inserting an element in the queue? So we have four options in this question. So first one is rear is equal to rear plus 1 plus max size. Second question and third question and fourth option. So in this, the correct option is C. Rear is equals to rear plus 1 mod max size. So step 1, if rear plus 1 or modulus max is equals to front, then overflow. If front is equals to minus 1, rear is equals to minus 1, set front is equals to rear is equals to 0. Else, if rear is equals to max minus 1 and front is not equals to set. So this is what the steps are taken while inserting an element if the max size is overflow. Next question, what data structure would you mostly like to see in non-recursive implementation of a recursive algorithm? What data structure would you mostly like to see in non-recursive implementation of a recursive algorithm? Options are linked list, stack, queue, tree. So correct answer is stack is the data structure mostly like to see in non-recursive implementation of a algorithm, recursive algorithm. So because stack is a LIFO, last in first out, it remembers its caller, so known as whom to return when the function has to return. Recursion make use of system stack for storing the return addresses of the function calls. Every recursion function has its equivalent non-recursive function. So next question, what is the minimum number of stacks of size n required to implement a queue of size n? What is the minimum number of stacks of size n required to implement a queue of size n? Options are 1, 2, 3, 4. The answer is 2. It may look like only one stack is required, but a reverse operation can be done without another stack. This is the explanation for this question. So therefore minimum 2 stacks are required. Next question. Consider the usual implementation of parenthesis balancing program using stack. What is the maximum number of parentheses that will appear on stack at any instances of time during the analysis of this question? So option is 1, 2, 3, 4. So answer is 3. If a symbol is in an opening parenthesis, push it onto the stack as a signal that corresponds a closing symbol needs to be appear later. So if this is a opening symbol of the stack, then corresponding closing symbol should be there, should be appear in the stack. If on the other hand a symbol is a closing parenthesis, pop the stack as long as it is possible to pop the stack to match every closing symbol. The parenthesis remains balanced. If this is a one symbol, this is a second opening symbol, put into the stack. If any closing symbol came, then pop one symbol from the stack. So if this is a closing symbol, then this symbol is popped from the stack, and in the stack we have only one parenthesis. So next opening braces, put it into the stack. So another opening braces, put into the stack. Then another two closing braces, so pop two elements from the stack. So another two opening braces, put it into the stack, and remaining is last three parentheses, so has to be popped. So in the stack we have three elements, three parentheses, so remove three parentheses from the stack. So if a symbol is an opening parenthesis, push it into the stack as a signal that corresponds to closing symbols need to be appear later. So answer is 3. Queues serve major role in option is simulation of a recursion, simulation of arbitrary linked list, simulation of limited resource allocation, simulation of a heap sort. Answer is simulation of the limited resource allocation. So simulation of a recursion uses a stacked data structure. Simulation of a arbitrary linked list uses a linked list. Simulation of a resource allocation uses a queue as a first entered data needs to be given first priority during resource allocation. Simulation of a heap sort uses a heap data structure. Queue works on the concept of first one is FIFO, second one is a LIFO, that is third one is a ordered array, and fourth one is a linear tree. So answer is a FIFO, first in first out from the queue. A queue is a linear structure which follows a particular order in which the operations are performed. The order is first in first out. A good example of queue is in a queue of a consumer for a resource. where consumer that came first is served first. The difference between stacks and the queues is in moving. In linked list, each node contains a minimum of two fields. One field is data field to store the data. Second field is to store the pointer to the node. That is nothing but pointer to the next node. Each node in a linked list contains data and pointer is nothing but reference to the next node. Second field contains a pointer to the another node. Find the output of following prefix expression. So this is what the expression star plus 2 minus 2 1 slash minus 4 2 plus minus 5 3 1. So whenever it is, so answer is 2 12 4 10. So answer is 2. How? We'll see. The given expression is evaluated using a 2 stacks and the value is given by 2 plus 2 minus 1 star 4 minus 2 5 minus 3 plus 1 equals to 2. Which of these operators have the highest order of precedency? So option 1, option 2, option 3 and option 4, that is opening braces, closing braces, or star or divide sign, that is nothing but cap as well as tilde plus and minus. Out of this, tilde and cap is nothing but the exponential having the highest priority compared to remaining operator. Highest order of precedency is tilde and cap followed by star, then star is nothing but the multiplication, then divide plus minus and then braces. The following postfix expression with single digits operand is evaluated using a stack. So this is what the postfix expression. Note that cap is an exponential operator. The top two elements of the stack after the first multiplication is evaluated are. So these are the answer: 6 minus 1, 5 minus 7, 3 minus 2, 1 minus 5. Out of this, which is the correct answer? 6 minus 1. First three tokens are values, so they are simply pushed. After pushing 8 to comma 2 comma 3, the stack is as follows. So stack contains first one element is a, that is in the bottom it is 8, next 2 and top of the stack it is 3. When cap is read, top 2 are popped. Top 2 is popped as nothing but 2 comma 3. So 2 cap 3 is evaluated and 8 comma 8. When slash is read, top 2 are popped and division 8 divided by 8 is performed and 1. So 1 is pushed into the stack. Next two tokens are values, that is nothing but 2 and 3. So in the stack you have 1, 2, 3. They are simply pushed. After pushing 2 and 3, the stack is as follows: 1, 2, 3. When star comes, top 2 are popped and multiplication is performed. So 2 into 3 it is 6 and pushed into the stack, that is 1 comma 6. So answer is 1 comma 6 is the right answer, or 6 comma 1 is the one and the same. If the sequence of operation push 1, push 2, pop, push 1, push 2, then pop, push 2, pop are performed on the stack sequences of popped out values. So this is what the values or answer are. So out of this, which is the right answer? Push 1, push 2, pop, push 1 and push 2. So in these sequences, the answer is 2 comma 2 comma 1 comma 1 comma 2. So in the first operation push 1, so in the stack you have a 1. In the push 2, you have in the stack previously 1 and 2. Next pop 1. So pop 1. So pop sequences in the top element is 2. So popped that second element. Then push 1. So 1 comma 1 in the stack. Push to 1 comma 1 comma 2. So top of the stack is 2. Next pop 1 comma 1. So they ask to pop another element, that is 2. So 2 previously popped and another one is second element, that is 2 is popped. Then pop 1. So 2 comma 2 comma 1. Then once again pop 1. So 2 comma 2 1 comma 1 comma 1. So next pop, so since there is no element, empty, so push 2 once again. So 2 is pushed into the stack and pop, so pop another 2, that is element 2, and put it into the pop sequences. So 2 comma 2 comma 1 comma 1 comma 2. So this is the right answer for the given question. So next, circular queue is also known as curve buffer, rectangular buffer, square buffer, or a ring buffer. Answer is ring buffer. Since it is a circular queue, so it's something like a related to the ring. Now it's not a like a curve or a rectangle or a square. So it is related to the ring. So we call another circular queue can also be called as a ring buffer. So circular queue is also called as a ring buffer. Circular queue is a linear data structure in which last position is connected back to the first position to make it a circle. It forms a ring structure. Which of the following is not an inherent application of the stack? Which of the following is not an inherent application of stack? One is implementation of recursion, evolution of postfix expression, job scheduling, and fourth one is reverse string. So answer is job scheduling. So job scheduling is not an inherent application of stack. We can use stack for string reversal, evolution of postfix expression, and most important is implementation of recursion, but job scheduling is done by queue. Consider standard circular queue implementation which has same condition for queue full and queue empty, whose size is 11, and the elements of the queue are q0, q1, q2, and so on till q10. The front and rear pointers are initialized to point at q2. In which position will the ninth element be added? So options are q0, that is q0, q9, q1, and q10. Understand the question correctly. The queue size is 11 and both pointers, that is front and rear pointers, are initialized to q2. So in which position will be the ninth element be added? So answer is, so front and rear are pointing at q2. So ninth element, the element has to be added. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So answer is at q0, because this is the 8th position. So another element should be added in the ninth, means it should be added at the position q0. So since both front and rear are pointing at q2, means it is understood that q1 as well as q0 are empty. So ninth element is inserted at the q0. In a circular linked list organization, insertion of a record involves modification of pointer, one pointer, two pointer, multiple pointers, no pointers. Understand the question? In a circular linked list organization, insertion of a record involves modification of two pointers. In a circular linked list, insertion of a record involves modification of two pointers. A circular linked list is a linked list in which the last node points to the head or front node, making the data structure to look like a circle. In a stack, if a user tries to remove an element from the empty stack, it is called in a stack. If a user tries to remove an element from empty stack is called, one is underflow, empty collection, overflow, garbage collection. So out of these four options, correct answer is underflow. Underflow occurs when the user performs a pop operation on an empty stack. Overflow occurs when the stack is full and the user performs a push operation. Garbage collection is used to recover the memory occupied by the objects that are no longer used. So, if a user tries to remove an element from the empty stack, then it is called underflow. Entries in a stack are ordered. What is the meaning of this statement? Entries in a stack are ordered. What is the meaning of the statement? So there are four options out of this, which is the correct answer. One is a collection of stack is sortable. Stack entries may be compared with the lesser operation. The entries are sorted in a linked list. There is a sequential entry that is 1 by 1. So answer is there is a sequential entry that is 1 by 1. In a stack data structure, elements are added one by one which push using push operation. Stack follows LIFO principle, last in first out. What is the value of the postfix expression? So expression is 6, 3, 2, 4 plus minus star. So out of these four answer, what is the correct answer? So 6, 3, 2, 4 all pushed onto the stack. When operator comes, pop two element, perform the operation, and the result is pushed into the stack. So 2 plus 4, it is 6, and push it into the stack. Now in the stack 6, 3, 6 will be there. So when minus comes, so 6 minus 3, it is 3. So next division sign. So 6 3 is a 18. That is minus 18 is the right answer. Postfix expression which results in the minus 18 as output. Which one of the below mentioned is a linear data structure? Queue, stack, arrays, all of the above. So all of the above are linear data structure. Linear data structures, the data is organized in a linear order in which elements are linked one after the other. Examples of linear data structures are arrays, queues, stack, linked list. In contrast, tree and graphs are the examples of the non-linear data structures. A linear list of elements in which deletion can be done from one hand and insertion can take place at the other hand is known as, one is stack, second one is tree, third one is linked list, and fourth one is queue. So they are asking insertion can be done at one hand and deletion is done at the rare hand. So which is the operation? One is queue, that is D. Queue is a linear data structure where first element is inserted from one hand called rear and other hand called front hand. In a queue, one hand is always used to insert a data, that is enqueue, and the other is used to delete a data because queue is open at both its hands. Generally, collection of nodes is called as stack, queue, tree, and linked list. So generally collection of nodes is called linked list. A linked list is a linear data structure. Every linked list has two parts, data section, and another two part is to hold the address of the previous as well as next node. So totally three field it contains. In a double linked list, the number of pointers affected for an insertion operation will be double linked list. The number of pointers affected for an insertion operation will be 4, 0, 1, none of the this. So answer is none of the this. This depends on whether we are inserting the new node in the middle of the list or at the head of the list. Insertion at the middle node will affect 4 pointers, whereas at the head or a tail will affect only 2 pointers. Linked list data structures offers considerably savings in computational time, space utilization, both computational time or space utilization or none of the mentioned. Linked list data structure offers considerably savings in both computational time and space utilization. So answer is C. Linked list consists of nodes where each node contains one or more data fields and reference links to the next node. Linked list saves both space and time.